round 3 at Zandvoort, my favourite circuit. Definitely not my favourite country, but that's unrelated, Sam. Anyway, today we're here for round 3. The sad news is that Jack Andrews has left us, the only driver to leave us this week. Former ART driver, his replacement has not been announced yet, but anyway, we're moving on from him. So I have no idea what weather's going to be for most of the weekend. The qualifying seems to be dry. Can we see on TAS what the weather's going to be like?
No, I don't think we can. I'm not sure. I'll have to let me just refresh it to very
Dip out if you're watching this, add that feature. Otherwise, we're not paying you anymore. I'm just joking. Anyway, today in the commentary box, as always, 3-time Torpedo League F1 winner. I hope it's 3, otherwise I just made a big mistake. Mr. Diligence Smile at Kyle, also known as Kyle Albert, also known as Daddy.
Thank you for the warm introduction. I'm very happy to be partnering the Season 3 Torpedo League F2 champion in the commentary box. And yeah, so far we've managed to go through 2 races without killing each other, so... let's hope this third one will be good.
So, and Trent has spun, taken off his front wing, very well done. Sand has sent me no dry, 100% quality sprinting feature. Oh, he's going to get disqualified.
Oh, that's concerning.
He's done well then not to get disqualified. But anyway, so do you know what no dry, 100% quality sprinting feature means?
I'm going to presume the whole weekend is dry.
It's dry, yeah. He says no dry.
No, there is no dry.
There's me no dry. Anyway, Trent heads into the pit as Clint is on his lap. What's he going to do? Sector 1 time. It's lightning fast. It's quite shit, but we'll forgive him. He uses braking assist, which... I forgot about that. Anyway, so Clint... Actually, no, that might not be a bad... I completely forgot what sector times are here in Zandvoort. It's been a season since I've driven here. I really can't remember. All I can remember is the lap record, which is 1:22.
Yes.
Set by a Cheroux driver. So we can kind of benchmark on that, although those conditions were a bit different. It was a lot more overcast. Tire temperatures were most definitely lower, and different tires as well. So
Indeed.
Yeah, I have no idea. Anyway, so following Clint's on board, it's not the quickest time, but 1:22.4. It'll be okay. I mean, you could be focusing on the qualifying and not on VAR, but I digress.
Yes.
So next up, Iron Apple 1:23.8 on the mediums. Now spin and win. Purple first sector, no. So not a bad lap from Clint, actually. Will this be the first circuit? Actually, no, Preston's driving. I wanted to say, will this be the first circuit that we see the lap record not broken so far this season? But no, Preston is racing.
Yes, he is indeed
unfortunately.
racing. Oh, yeah, 6
I'm just joking.
Oh,
we
hello,
love Preston.
David.
Preston.
David is
Whoa,
in
CJ 1:21.1 on his soft tyres. Good lap, great lap.
Obviously, CJ is
in the high tech.
Yes, the new high tech driver's other one had to swiftly
leave replacing the old one. And we won't be talking about that. Anyway, so CJ, yes, new drivers, British, Scottish, also very, very handsome, but we won't talk about that. But very quick.
Spin and win, also very quick. Okay. 1:21.0.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's yeah. So I know I know one candidate for breaking the lap record.
Yeah.
The damn drivers have seen good in practice. Iron Apple 1:28 on mediums. Yeah, the lap record. Goodbye, Mr. Lap Record. I just see what you sent, Thomas.
Anyway, moving on.
Unfortunately, we cannot read that out on stream as there are small babies watching, and we don't want to.
We have Jerpy going through the final sector, going through the second to last corner before the banked.
The goat himself.
It looks like he's in AI mode the way he's driving. Like that looks very.
Yeah, he's driving very plastically.
Yeah.
What time's going to be? 1:21.7, of course. One of 50,000 home race drivers today. Him, Max Sander. Is that all of them? Him, Max Sander, Nick. Nick, cannot forget Nick, driver of the day in Baku, of course. Those four. Can one of them get a home race win? Max won his first race.
Improving. He's run wide of the curb. He's not invalidated.
Baku.
He's
There
going
we
through
go.
the final corner now. Will he find
Someone
some
has
improvement?
spun.
He does not.
He's going to. I think it was Nick has spun. Of course, Nick has spun.
Right.
Driver of the day last time out. Clearly, that was just too much for him. I don't know what his plan is. Quite, he's crawling, but sure. Who's next to set lap? We didn't see this, but Niall went P6 to 22.1. Trent goes P4 with a 1:21.4. We are 7 minutes into the session. People on outlaps and Nick don't expect fireworks. Rossi, who's very fast but also extremely inconsistent, very much struggles with the rear end in races, doesn't really agree with the worn out tyres. He spins a lot, that's what we're trying to say.
Jerfy, 120.9, goes into P2 on the set of soft tyres in the Campos. Is that the Campos?
Lap? That's not bad. Lap. Jofi almost won the sprint race here last season. Came P2, I believe, in the end. His last podium so far. So can this be a reversal of fortunes for the Croatian, Netherlands, European disco ball? But I don't know what to call him. He's like from everywhere on the planet except like the United Kingdom, because no one likes the UK. #Brexit. Anyway, so who is on who's on a proper lap? Nick didn't put in a bad first sector. Nothing to write home about, but not too bad. Rossi, Scott, and Ivan got P2, almost won the sprint race last time out, but Dolga beat him. Dolga currently in the pits.
And to all the viewers, I'll be putting the taskbot in the thing soon. Just got to set it up very quickly. I do apologise for the camera work.
Player number 4 has not made his telemetry public.
Well, CJ hasn't either.
Mr. Spin and Win. CJ, Ivan, and Adrian.
No, their ones are public, but I don't know why their names are. I know CJ's one isn't.
Yeah.
CJ's one isn't public, but the other two are. I don't know why their names.
So we'll see nothing about CJ. Anywho, anyone on a lap? I think yes. Scott, runner-up in season 3 is on a lap.
Indeed, runner-up to the champion voter, who I'm.
Whoever he may be.
Yes, whoever he may be. I'm maybe commentating with him as we have a spectator. By the name of
Mr.
Leon.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is. Do you?
No, I don't.
Oh well, I mean,
okay.
how bad can it be? Scott's going to put he's going to put 56.7 as a middle sector, which I don't know if it's good or not, because the task does individual sectors. But right now,
let's see.
Right now, it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
It's 10th. He's about. Wait, when did Jofi go P1? I missed that.
Yeah, I missed that as well.
And he spun round. You and Nick on buggering about at the back of the grid. Scott goes P6.
With a 121.3.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. 20 minutes have to go, and Preston, pole favourite surely, is still in the pits.
Right, can I log in now, please?
Mr. Rossi has just come across the first sector split, has 6/10 down on the quickest first sector, which belongs to Trent. That's new. I believe Trent made his debut here last season, yes. An entire season of extremely weird and graphic pictures and links, but anyway, we digress. 57.2 for Rossi. He's not the quickest lap, but it is on the mediums, so he doesn't really have to worry, because in the end, you're just going to have to nail that soft run. I mean, the medium laps is more just of a banker, but what's he going to do? him and Jofi have similar driving styles. They're quite plastic. Maybe that's just lag. He goes P7, 4/10 slower than Scott, which is just a tad slower for Rossi, shall I say. He's usually very quick in one lap pace. Dolga, the only HWA, of course, after Troy. Yeah, we won't talk about Troy. He's just been himself. The only HWA here today, of course, HWA last season got P2 here, so can he do the same? Won the Baku Sprint race, his first ever race last week. But, of course, completely different track, Zandvoort. It tests more your ability to, what do you call it in English? This is where my severe lack of English comes into play. Like, it tests stamina. I'd say, like, the amount of times you could do something without making a mistake.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what
your stamina, your concentration, everything. It's
yeah, those things. There's a specific word I'm looking for, but especially when you have to do it for 70 odd laps in F1 cars.
Yeah, it's quite a difficult track. It's because the track is very much high speed, and there's a lot of areas to make a mistake.
It's a very fun track, though.
It's fun.
Very fun track.
It's high speed. You're close to the walls, minimal overtaking opportunities. Yeah, it's an interesting one. As we have 6 viewers, I will be looking at the comments soon as I can get this bot on the thing.
I will also be looking at the comments, I can't speak, can I? Anyway, not too much activity happening. You would think on such a small track that the activity will happen a bit later, because it doesn't take long to get through the lap, so a lot of people will be going out with 3-4 minutes left. Kyle, we had time to ask, but can I interview you for CWR2 this week?
Who asked that?
Jake.
I mean, sure.
David asks, Troy isn't racing. Troy is not racing. Jofi Race. Yuri's channel name is Jofi Racing. Oh my word. I'm using that against him forever. I mean, what? Blackmail? Not me. Anyway, results kind of boring at this stage. Qualifying at Zandvoort, not the most exciting thing because it's fast and it's a proper lap, but it's not quite like Monaco where you scrape the wall every so often. I think this is... No, it's not Dolga. I'm trying to see who it is. I think it's going to be Trent starting another flying lap on the same set of 3-lap old softs. Good luck improving. He needs 10th and a bit to get provisional pole. I made this channel just for race streams. I don't care, you're being blackmailed now. Anyway, CJ not doing bad on debut in P5, 121.1. High Tech currently, where's his teammate? P18 and still in the pits. I'm gonna follow Dolga on board for a lap if you want to do that, or someone else.
Yeah, sure. I'm just really still trying to sort this bloody bot out. I do apologise for the bad camera work. We're gonna get there soon.
And the bad language, that was very rude. Anyway, we digress. Dolga a 35-1 is what Jofi said, which isn't bad, but it's not incredible. Jofi gained 6/10 on spin and win in the middle sector, and then probably lost it all in the last sector. I lost it all in the first sector. But anyway, Dolga comes across the line. It's 56.7. That's 21.5. It's 3/10 off of the quickest middle sector, so this lap's not going to be amazing, but it'll be good enough. I think it'll be good enough for a decent starting position. Of course, in this race, if you're a midfield driver, you want to start P8, get that sprint race pole, and it's easy to hang on for the win, as Dolga goes P7, very close to Scott, and not too far off Rossi either. The grid is quite close to that. I mean, the top 4 separated by less than a tenth, 5 and 6 separated by 200ths, 7, 8 separated by 100th, and yeah, the gaps aren't massive, except to Nick, but do we really expect anything else from Nick in qualifying?
No, we do not.
Max has gone quickest by 2/10. That's a lap. Jeez. And we missed it. Especially you missed it, which is disappointing, but I mean,
Trying to
we're
sort
used
out
to that by now.
something. So I'm trying to sort out something. I apologize. I deeply,
Matthew
deeply
Stott's
apologize for my.
spin win has gone P2 or 128
Yes.
on the mediums.
We'll go on
I
board
hope
with
he
Duck.
knows he's cooking his sprint race medium tyres, which are needed. Track where you can get a puncture around here if you aren't careful. I mean, I used fresh mediums last season, I almost got a puncture.
Really?
Overcook can be very powerful here, I think. No. Ideally, you want to go for track position. I think undercut will be the better strategy around Zandvoort. Especially in F2, because the gaps will be so large that doing the undercut will get you in clean air, probably. So you can then push. Doing the overcut means you'll probably lose a lot more time. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the new tyres. I've only raced them a few times and only seen them a few times, but... I mean, Jake can be right. Jake is usually right, and I'm usually wrong. By the way, we missed this, but Iron Apple went P1 for 123, 700th off the lap record. So yeah, Preston's going to come out and just destroy them all. So yeah, goodbye Charou's driver lap record. The only thing he still holds in Torpedo F2. Niles not doing too bad. He's 2/10 up on his lap, which right now would put him in the mix. Up P3, P4, around there. He needs to gain a lot of time in the next 2 sectors though if he wants to go really quick. No, he's lost 3/10. But his gearbox sounds awful. I hope it's the glitch and not just him being strange with his gears.
Yes, I got it. Alright.
Oh yeah, maybe it was good in F1 practice I was doing. Yeah, F1 and F2 were completely different because F1 has quite... Oh, the bot's up and working, well done.
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
F1 gaps are usually a lot smaller after making a pit stop than F2 ones, which are usually like 5,000 years, but... We're still waiting for Preston, Guy Shap, the two Charou's drivers, Bunnies, and Ivan to do something. I hope Bunnies realizes his strategy of not setting a time is not gonna work. Iron Apple has set the lap record at 122 dead, which is an incredibly quick time. Oh my word. He's usually like top midfield, so he's pulled quite a lap out. Preston gonna go for a lap now. That's nice to see. Game ready for him to go into the 118 to 117, 1 minute 8. That seems fair. In the Daniel Ticketum car. It's fitting that Matthew, the American, is in Sean Galail's car. Because, you know, Southeast Asia countries, islands, they go on very well with the Americans. But I digress once again. I think the fight for pole is pretty much between Iron Apple, who's out, Preston, and Max. I'm skeptical because Tim is inconsistently incredibly quick. Sander is Sander, so he'll probably qualify like P1 and then fall back to P15. Adrian, okay, Adrian's never got pole, so we can just go ahead and skip over him. Ivan, I'm just joking. Adrian knows I'm joking. I love him. Anyway, Ivan, he got P3 in Baku in qualifying, got put to P19. P3 here would be quite a good shot.
Lap. One's wide up top of the curb. Balls on track. On the soft tyres and the Prima. Sorry for interrupting you.
It's the worst feeling in the world when you've got fresh soft tyres on, you're like 3/10 up during sector 1 and then you invalidate.
Preston is starting his lap now in the dams. The sprint and feature race winner for Bahrain, followed up with no points in Baku. Let's see, his trigger's facing the wrong way. In the
fourth pole.
He got pole, yes. He got pole, right in my bad.
Trigger's only beating his teammate by 5/10 in qualifying, which is a bit shocking because Nick's strong point is racing. So here comes Preston, about to set the quickest time.
What time did he set?
Sector, yep, by very far. 5/10.
Very far, that is.
That is wonderful, isn't it?
Very, very wonderful.
Yay. Anyway.
Moving on. Swiftly moving.
55-0, that's still incredibly quick.
Also the fastest
4/10. This is literally going to be a 118 something.
It's probably I think it'll be in the 119s for sure, but maybe 118.
Definitely,
Right.
but I mean, it feels like he's just going to... Is there even really any point having qualifying? Should we just put Preston at the front?
Yeah, probably, yeah. He crossed the line now.
This could be 118.
118.9!
I was right! I was right!
One lap from Preston, and he got the fastest.
I was right. Okay, so qualifying is over.
Yes, it was fun while
and
it
we've got
lasted.
Preston on pole, Victor in P2 on Apple, Max in P3, Matthew P4, Jofi is currently P5, but he's almost 2 seconds off of pole. That is actually ridiculous. That is just... No. Like, no. Oh, Scott goes P3, good lap from him. 125. We also haven't had any YouTube comments
Have we not?
since Preston got pole, so everyone's clearly feeling
Bored. I don't know.
something.
They're
I don't know
doing
either at
something.
this stage. It's like we all expected Preston to be one, so. And he's going slowly for no apparent reason other than to just go slowly. Anyone else on a lap of worth? Could it be Matthew? His first lap on the soft tyres? I mean, he's not gonna get pole, of course, but he's 3/10 up, so 3/10 will put him it would put him just into P3, but he's got a last sector of soft tyre running to go.
Right, it's very
His
easy.
teammate might have just thrown off his focus there for a second. 1:14, 15, 16. Oh, it's not going to be pole. No, but it is going to be a 1:21. Dams 1-2 once again.
Dam's looking like the team to beat this season. They've had some very
Weren't they
strong
1-2 in
results.
Baku as well?
Yeah, they were. I think they were. Were they?
Dams are definitely... you know what? I'll quickly check. Dams were 1-4 actually at the end of the day. Matthew 7/10 off his teammate in Baku, 1.2 seconds off now, and he's not even doing that badly. That's depressing. Anyway, he's up 1.5 tenths, so you can get into the 119s, which would be appreciated to make this a bit more interesting. If you can get into the 117s, we wouldn't say no.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no at all. Sure.
Who else is doing well and is on a lap?
Well, Spirit E or Sander, as he's more
Oh,
on.
Did you just see what happened?
No, I have not seen what happened. 'Cause I'm currently
Nick
bored
got
with
disqualified.
Sneak, what a lad. Anyway, there's only 6 minutes to go in the session. The Spirit E is going to come across the final corner, nice banked corner. He's going to open up the DRS, and is he going to go into the 118? He's going to go to the 119. No, he doesn't. 120.0 splits the dams, and is up in
Sander
P2.
is
and spin win
he just
makes me
immediately
look
gets
like a
quick.
massive idiot and goes up into P2 with a 119.8. Anyway, swiftly moving on.
I'm currently on board with Rossi, who I believe is the next driver to cross the line. 118, 119, 120.
121.
He's not improved.
That's a big disappointment. Let's see who else is... Oh, and CJ is facing the wrong way somehow.
CJ has yet to get used to the Formula 2 cars. His teammate Jarno is probably shouting at him in all types of Dutch words.
You mean
his team principal.
Yes.
His team principal is probably shouting at him in Dutch. Also, happy birthday to Jarno. For whenever his birthday is. I wanted to say happy home race, and then it came out as happy birthday.
So his birthday is December 22nd.
I was like, he just had his birthday like a few weeks ago, and my mind, I don't know why I was on birthdays, but I also wanted to say because he's Dutch, and then it came out as happy birthday. Oh, yeah, I'm my own enemy, aren't I? But swiftly moving on. Next car to cross the line is... Which... Is it Niall? It's Niall. Goes nowhere because he only improves by a bit. Next car... Could be Rossi. He's 4/10 up, but I think he's buggered up his lap. Has he? No, it's just normal F2 cars being slow. He goes P6. Good lap from
the
him
viewers
there.
there would have seen the interesting line that Tim took there. Going to the Audi. we won't mention that as
How do you know the corner names? Jeez.
No, I don't know. I don't actually know if it's called Audi still. If any of the Dutch
Jarno?
plebs are watching, then they'll tell me. Was that
Jarno is
Audi?
Zandvoort trash #1.
I know. Yeah, I know the first one's Tarzan. Tarzan Bolt.
I don't know anything. Ivan went P8 by the way.
Oh yes.
He wasn't already.
Even
I don't know.
811 in the.
Okay, so Adrian's gone into
Oh,
Narnia.
that's not
favorite
where
place.
you're supposed to go.
Oh, and those fresh softs are destroyed.
And
okay, Adrian is out of qualifying.
Ivan is improving at the moment. That is good for him.
Who? Ivan.
Yes, he's improving at the
Ivan
moment.
trash #1 in the commentary box alongside with me. I'll try to make sure he's not biased though, lady and gentleman. I'm assuming there's at least one female viewer. If that isn't,
that's disappointing.
I'm sure Yana will oblige. Anyway, I mean,
yep.
Yana would be an incredible female, but we're talking rubbish now.
We have to move on. Anyway, Ivan coming through the final corner in the high tech. He's going to open the DRS. Will he find some improvement in his time as he crosses the line? He does. P5.
3/10 in the last sector. That's not
good.
bad.
Trevor Sinn's retired. Last season's runner-up.
Retired.
So that is
Let's see. It's funny because usually in league racing you can't say last year, but you can actually for this. That's fun. CJ will be P13 at the very best. And I fear he won't stay there.
Bunny's not on his lap as he goes through this lovely banked up and very challenging corner. He's going to take a tight line to get a better exit, I found. So he's going to go through this. It's like a straight. It's not really straight though, is it? And he goes through this awkward right-hander lift off 4th gear on the curb, but he doesn't take any curb. Now into this corner, takes a curb on the inside. I mean, sometimes you can run off onto the outside curb, sometimes you don't. It depends really. The lap is good so far. He understeers just there. Coming through to the left-hander into the DRS zone, it's relatively fine. I guess doesn't take any curb either. Ivan there pulling out of the way, and I think this is the Audi S. Doesn't take.
Adrian will definitely go for another lap, I think.
Yes, he's probably got time to do one more lap. He takes that relatively well to the penultimate corner. It's important to take too much curb. Well, he's done that, so maybe I'm wrong. As well as driving this session. And coming through the final corner, this doesn't look like it's going to be a lap that's going to trouble the top guys. Where will this see Bunny? He's only P15.
It won't even trouble Clem. So yeah, he's definitely going for another lap.
Oh, and he's messed up the first corner. That's not good. Runs too deep.
Oh, Jofi's in the wall. He's smashed into the wall and almost smashed into his teammate. That's what you want to see. He's gonna let Niall through like the good Croatian he is. Max has to go off the track, so I don't think he'll be getting another lap in unless he somehow manufactures one from here. Okay. Who else is going to be on a lap?
Tim's on the lap, so we'll go on board with him.
Tim.
Pretty much
Tim, baby.
Attempts. He's got what?
He's not doing too bad right now. That's actually. You could be going for the 119s here.
Potentially. Could it be maybe splitting the two dams? I mean, Preston.
His middle sector's only 2/10 off of Preston.
That's quite.
And his first sector is only 2/10 off of Preston.
That is good from Tim. That's encouraging.
He'll definitely be in the 119s.
Yes, he is. 119.636.
The Cherouzes 2 and 3. The Dams 1 and. Wait, the Cherouz are 2 and 4. The Dams are 1 and 3. How did I mess that up? That was the most easiest thing I could have ever said in my entire life. Bunnies.
Hapless, honestly.
Oh no. P16. Guy. Oh yeah, guy's got a quali ban. I keep on thinking why he's not coming out on chat. He's got a quali ban, he's been a good little boy. Anyway.
Preston invalidated his lap. So that is not good.
Why is he even out on track? Preston, bugger off into the garage. Thank you.
He has officially buggered off into said garage.
Sanders probably on lap because this is looking to be competitive.
No, it's
No
not.
4 tenths down. Max 3 tenths down. Trent's facing wrong
Tim
way.
is
You're
actually
11 seconds
finding some
down.
improvement. He's finding a bit of improvement, is Tim.
Dolga, I doubt he's finding 7 tenths.
This doesn't really matter because he's not gonna go above and he's not gonna lose P2.
Yeah,
so maybe there's just a
Dolga
personal
now.
gain.
Dolga's literally the only one that can do anything about anything. He's
Tim does
1/10
improve.
down.
149.4 finds nearly 2/10 in the last sector.
I mean, Preston only got pole by 5,000 miles instead of his usual 10,000. So
exactly that is in my eyes improvement. Speedy's not gonna.
Okay, but anyway, Khan improved. He needs a 10 to get into the top 11.
I think he'll
He's
improve.
more than
No, he
top
won't
10.
improve. He will not improve at all.
He will not improve.
Chatting
So
rubbish.
I'm quickly gonna go get a glass of water while you run through the quality order.
And I need some water as well. Damn it. Right. Anyway, I'm gonna press on
Shit.
without that.
Go on the formation lap.
That's fine. I'll just do it now. May as well. So yes, qualifying is done, and that is Preston on pole in the dams by just short of 5,000 miles compared to his usual 10,000 miles. So well done to him. 4 points as well. So that's his second pole in a row, I mean. Tim in P2 for the Cheroos, Spinner win in P3, so that's a Dams 1-3, and Spirit EU makes it a Cheroos 2-4. That's a very good from those two teams. Iron Apple in the Trident in P5, Ivan in the High-Tech P6, Max Mod in P7, Ferguson in P8, Rossi in P9, and Jerfy in the last division, the top 10 in P10. Speedy 18 Carrots in P11, Dogger in P12, Duck in P13, CJ, the new driver for High-Tech P14, Trigger in P15, Bunnies in P16, Guy Sharp in P17 after he had a quality ban, and Neek in P18 after he got disqualified from the session. So that is pretty much the how they say the grid, the running order, if you will, for the race. Yes, hello Omar. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, we are currently on the grid for. Well, we're currently just waiting on the grid for the drivers to sort out the strategy.
Okay.
It's going to be a one-stop, obviously. All F2 races are one-stop, soft and mediums. I don't know how long the softs will last.
Medium soft is not a good strategy.
Yes, but you know who's going to be trying the strategy.
Adrian, do not choose the alternate strategy.
The Torpedo League Super
Clint,
Formula admin.
do not choose the alternate strategy. Those two always pick the alternate strategy.
It works
always.
1 out of 100. It works 1 out of 100 times.
Yeah, it's horrible in league racing because you could get damage at the start.
Maybe press
Anyway,
the alternate strategy for comedy.
Anyone on the alternate strategy? Let me quickly see.
Oh
yes,
look, the two
Trigger
people
Bunnies
you
and
said, the two people you said are doing it. It's like we're psychic, honestly. It definitely wasn't obvious. It's they definitely haven't done in the two previous races.
It's a short lap. You have to focus. Who is your winner for the feature race? Preston. Okay, I'm gonna go with Preston.
Yes, right. Now that we've established that, who's gonna finish in P2?
P2 will be Tim.
Yeah, I say Tim as well.
P3 will be Matthew. P4, Sam. Oh wait, we're just going through the qualifying order at this stage. Oh yeah, it's
I've already done the qualifying order.
If you want to get water, now's the chance.
Yes, thank you.
Because I'm going to run through the grid.
I'll be right. Okay, you do that, and I'm going to get some water.
Okay, so on pole position we have Preston. No surprises there. P2 we have Tim. Good lap from the young German. P3 we have Matthew, the very odd American, but we love him just as much past the starts. P4 we have Spirit. P5 very good for Trident, Victor Gabriel, Iron Apple. P6 for High Tech, Ivan. P7 Max, last week's feature race winner from P6, I don't throw anything out of the table. Ahead of him for some reason, Scum, P8, reverse grip pole of course. Top 8 get reversed for the sprint race. So top 8 is, specifically P8 is a good position to win. P9, Rossi. P10, good qualifying for him. Can he finally get some points? Jofi. P11, Trent. P12, Dolga, last week's sprint race winner. P13, Niall. On debut, P14 is CJ, as Rossi and Trent get disqualified. P15 on the alternate strategy, as always, Clint. Trigger, P16, Bunnies, always as ever on the alternate strategy. Guy despite having a qualifying ban, is not last because Neek exists. He's P17. P18 is Neek, who somehow got himself behind someone who didn't even set a lap. So, yeah, I know, I'm very sassy with Neek, but we love Neek, really.
We do love Neek. There's the,
Okay, you can call the start.
I can call the start. The 5 lights are going out on our screen, but they're not actually going out for the drivers. As we're currently waiting, because this game's broken, as I do believe the 5 lights are going out now. Let's press and by throttle, 5 lights and lights out, and away they go for the Dutch Grand Prix. And it looks like a very good start from Tim. It's on the inside line as well. Will he brake late? Oh, press it also brakes late, as there is surprisingly very little carnage. There's a spinner.
In the wall.
There's a spinner. It looks like
Trent.
Yes, it's Trent. It's Trent. Oh, this is very, very close. Sander
up into P3 around the outside of Matthew. What an overtake that was! For a 12-year-old.
Oh, Ivan and Max. Max overtaking Ivan from Sins is in P8. CJ is ahead of Guy Shap, and Neek is not last. But Bunny's
yellow
up.
Flag.
Yellow flag.
It's
that is
Trigger.
He's not going to be happy
on the
about
alternate
that.
strategy, does he have wing damage? If he has wing damage, I'm afraid he has chosen the wrong.
We can check that anyways. There's a yellow flag, and that is a good start from the Charouz team. Oh, and Sander runs a bit wide there, but he just about maintains position. As Ivan has got a better exit than Max coming up that corner. Oh, Max is going to leave him just enough room. Ivan's on the outside, he's on the racing line. Does he brake late into the corner, into the Audi? Yes, he does brake late. Oh my god, this is so close.
Oh my goodness.
This is so close. Oh, this is auto racing, and Max
good racing.
stays ahead. But no, he doesn't stay ahead. Oh, Max barely giving
almost didn't leave enough room.
Almost doesn't leave
enough room. Ivan's going to go for the inside line though.
Oh,
dips the tie into the glass a bit. Does squeeze Max a tad, but literally as close as you can get. Scott's in the fight now. He's going to go for Max.
He is going to go for Max. Does Max brake late? Max thinks about a move down the inside.
But it's 3 wide in turn 1. Scott's going to spin unless he can keep that. He did very well in keeping that on the racetrack. Someone else has spun. It's Neek and Adrian, and it's Dolga. It's a complete kerfuffle at the back of the grid.
And that is just pretty much promoting guys like Guy Shap and CJ.
Oh, Max on the back of Ivan now, literally pushing him through the corner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is he going to go for a move? This is a very difficult place to overtake unless you can really dig deep and
He's
find
pushing Ivan, literally pushing Ivan through the corner.
Bravery. Don't go for a move there, it's not worth it. This is a good overtaking spot if you think you can catch them napping, which he does. Very similar to the race-winning move of the sprint race last season.
Oh, this is very good racing between the both of them.
This is very good. Scott now is going to look to get Ivan on superior traction. Ivan not getting quite the exit he'd like to get. Scott and Ivan now don't throw out an island. P9 currently. Preston already's got 1.5 second lead. I mean, yeah, okay. So we're focusing on the midfield of this race. Which is very tight, it has to be said. I mean, 2-10 separating Ivan and Matt.
Indeed. As if we look at the... oh, good. And if we look at the damage, the top 11 have no wing damage. Siege has got 12% damage on both end plates, but that's just minor. Guy Shap with 25% damage.
Oh, Max has gone down the inside.
Oh, and that Spirit here, the Sander, he spun. And he's reset the track there. No. He's definitely reset the track there. That looked very, very... He came back on the race and way to beat. That looks like he reset the track, in my opinion. Does he have any wing damage to report? Let me check. No, it looked like he went into the wall. He does not have any wing damage. He's gotten away with that one. So,
oh my goodness.
He is very, very unlucky. As a Dolga is now into the pits already. Because he had major.
Ivan and Max, though, still going at it. This time Max is ahead into this section.
Oh, Scott and Tim Ducky are fighting. Oh, for P7. Tim Ducky and the Trident of...
No, now Scott's completely outbraked himself. Completely. But he's still going to have... Oh, on my screen now, lagged into the sound there for a second. Scott's can get bad exit because he took way too much of the inside curb. Niall... maybe not choosing the right line immediately. Scott jittering all over the place. This could end in contact in the braking zone. It does not that I could... Oh, no, it's been tapped.
Oh, he has.
Been tapped by
He's
Sander.
Been tapped. Oh, no,
not Sander. What's this? Oh, and Joffrey's in the wall.
Oh, and CJ's
Joffrey smashed into the wall.
CJ smashed into Joffrey. Oh, no, that is so unfortunate.
Surely a safety car.
That is so unfortunate.
Surely a safety car
Oh,
for
that
that.
is so
It's
unfortunate for CJ. You
chaos.
would have made two.
Absolute chaos right now. Ivan Max, there's a 1 second gap right between them, but yeah, that was very naughty from Sander. And then you got to feel sorry for CJ. He was
Yeah,
already
the
into the pits, lap
unfortunate.
4 on the medium tyres. So what's he gonna do?
No idea. Box again, probably. Is yeah,
He's
Iron
going on to
Apple
Pep
is up
soft
into
tyres. Yes.
Iron Apple's into P4, and he's keeping spin and win fairly on this year. The gap is just staying
Yeah, he's not doing
in and
bad
it's staying
at
in
all.
and
Maybe
around
I'm
the
maybe
second. He's doing quite well. And Preston has only got a 3-second gap already. So yeah.
Yeah, but
Anyway, moving on
yeah.
from that.
The top three are just
Let's.
buggering. The top two are just buggering off into the distance. So we'll focus on the close battles, which right now is between Scott, Ivan, Max. Still there, 1.3 seconds. It's not impossible to gain, but it is a good gap to keep yourself nice and clear of all the problems. But yeah, Neek, very close to Guy Shap there. It's had 2 tenths there for a second. We can. Oh. Jesus.
The field's kind of spread out just a little bit. There's not
Yeah.
really much going on. Is there? There's a. Yeah, not much. Let's see.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Ferguson
difficult.
is close to Ivan.
Oh, Neek's gonna go for a move. On App's gonna leave him the room, and that's a clean move from Neek. Oh! He predicted Guy was gonna break a lot earlier than he did. Guy's gonna hang around the outside.
No,
Does he?
no
No, he
chance.
doesn't have the grip.
No chance. Neek
What
up
has
to
Neek
P11.
done to his racecraft? Because it's improved a lot since round 1. He's not
He has
spinning
improved
as
a
much.
hell of a lot.
He's leaving the spinning to Yuri, to Joe.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, this is a bit of a stretch, but Scott is back up at the 6 tenths of Ivan.
He is. It's very, very good.
Siege has passed
Very, very
Trent. Oh, in the braking zone. Trent's struggling a bit around here.
He is, clearly, it seems, yes.
He struggled around here, I think, last season as well, but he didn't do too badly, from what I remember. Not too sure. Oh, Scott, 5 tenths away from Ivan.
Very close between the two. As if you look at tyre wear for the both of them, I mean, tyre wear looks fair. I mean, Ivan looks like he has less tyre wear than Scott, actually. Scott seems to have... What's that? So Ivan maybe driving a bit more conservatively. He's a lot easier on the tyres. He's going to go on board with Ferguson, last season's runner-up, of course, in the Prema, the Schwarzen Prema with blue halo. Looks very much better than the other Prema. As Ivan aggressively rides the curb there, which is interesting. Nearly loses it on the exit. He gets away with it, though. But yeah, and the guy Shap is passing Neek. Or is he? Oh, Neek runs very wide there. And Gashap nearly loses it on the exit.
Pushing Ivan through the... Scott's just pushing Ivan through the corners of the stage. Ivan not showing any trust in those tyres. Lap 7 to 9 is when you're probably going to head into the pits. So, who's going to blink?
Oh, Ivan's very interesting
completely mucked up there. Dipped way too much of his tyre onto the grass. And that is P6 to Forever Sin, who's had a bit of a quiet start to the season. Hasn't done anything bad, but hasn't done anything exceptional. That being said, his last win in Baku last season was anything but exceptional, but we move on. Anyway.
Jerfy's passing bunnies. And is up to P14. There's Iron Apple is actually fairly close to Spin and Win. Spin and Win is kind of struggling the most. He seems to have the most tyre wear of the... Him and Preston seem to have the highest tyre wear of the front four. Tim was actually looking after his tyres quite well. So yeah, as they go into lap 7, maybe Spin and Win struggling just a little bit. I'm not too sure because
has Rossi pit yet?
As Guy Sharp and Gash has gotten past Nick, as Rossi has spent to the pits. But Gash and Nick is going to fight back on the main straight. DRS. Sorry to keep cutting you off as they go through turn 1.
Fine. I'm looking at that.
Nick runs wide. Guy's going to get the switchback, and he's got a 3-second temp penalty. The switchback was too tight. Nick runs very wide there.
Too deep. Well, he's got the inside line still.
He does have the inside line, but no.
You don't want to get so much on the curb.
You do not want to get
anyway,
so much on the curb.
what I want to say is Rossi going to the pits is very shocking considering he had the best tyres of everyone who's not yet pit. So
interesting strategy. Interesting strategy. interesting. But nevertheless, I was going to check some comments very quickly. I mean, my screen saying there are comments. Let's see. I mean, Ivan's sticking on to the. Oh, it's not Ivan. There we go. There's Ivan. There we go. Right. Okay, Ivan's sticking onto the back of everything quite well. So he's not fallen away as such. Will any of these drivers going to the pits? No, none of them going to the pits. Out of Ferguson. No, Ferguson and Ivan.
Interesting that Spinnerman and Sander going into the pits. 8 laps in, I would think if you can carry the soft tyres 8 laps, then 11 laps on the medium should be nothing. Especially considering the sprint race is 13 laps.
Indeed it is. Well, if you look at some tyre wear at the moment. Again, it is like Spin and Win is struggling a lot with tyre wear. He's nearly on 50% as he came into the pits, so yeah, he's probably struggling a lot. Preston's current 62% on his front left. So that is
front left does get the most hammering in this on this track.
That front left is very much second hand now. Iron Apple Alton 63%, but Tim Bird on 56%, so he's managing that front left very, very well. Probably less aggressive.
Max will be looking for podium here.
Yeah.
If he can catch up to Iron Apple, I think he could get one.
Alright, Preston coming through the final corner. Let's see, does he see
if Jake was right?
And
does the overcut work?
Preston pits. Yeah, the overcut is better because the short track is a short pit lane. Right, okay. Tim also in the pits. Iron Apple is going to box 2 and does not speed, and Max stays out.
It's going to be difficult.
For one more lap, Max, not bad tyre wear. Alright, why?
You know what's going to be difficult to compare? Because Spin and Win has been stuck behind Neek and Guy his entire out lap.
And he's come out well behind. It's Preston with the benefit of coming out in very much clean air as well as Tim.
Yeah, Iron Apple's going to get him. Oh, look how desperate Spin and Win is to get past. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Iron Apple is going to get ahead of Neek. Fresh tyres, he does get ahead of Neek. Yes, will Spin and Win follow him through the outside, round the outside, I should say.
Neek won't give up.
Always got better traction. So, Iron Apple is ahead of Spin and Win. The overcut has the overcut worked? Yes, you can say.
It's difficult to compare because, like I said, Spin and Win was stuck behind Neek and Guy for most of his out lap. So
he was indeed.
Max is going for the ultimate overcut here. He's going to do more laps on the soft tyres than on the mediums, which could work. I mean, he's managed his softs not too badly, but I don't think it's going to work completely.
I mean, Ivan has got very good tyre wear as well.
It's scary to think Preston's only 8 seconds off the race lead.
As Max has boxed and is into the pits, and Ivan follows him in as well. And there's a yellow flag.
It's funny. It's Adrian.
He's
fun.
Spinning, yes. Alright, so we're going to go on board with Forever Sin because that's who Ivan was fighting. He's got a train of Trigger and Spirit EU just behind him, so we will see where Ivan comes out in relation to Forever Sin. Is Ivan coming out the pitch yet? I don't think he is. He's going to come out now. I can see his bar moving. Let's see. Has the overcut? It looks like it has, and he's back in front of Forever Sin. Oh no, he's not. He's not. He is. The overcut has worked, and Ivan is back in front of Forever Sin. So there's a Spirit EU goes around the outside of a Trigger there. That is a brilliant move. I just got to say, a fantastic move. But there you go. That is proof that the overcut works. Because Ivan was behind Forever Sin and now he's ahead. So.
And Max lost a lot of time too.
Neek surely has to pit now. I mean, those tyres are very much.
What's Neek's tyres on?
75%. He is very much in. Oh, he's locking that front left up, and that is not healthy at all. He's very much in puncher territory pretty soon. So he's going to have to box. VSC coming out would pretty much hurt his race. Oh, he's struggling so much.
If a safety car comes out now, Neek is in the prime position.
Oh, he nearly spins there.
For a moment there, he thought I meant he needs to
the fastest lap, and Max is being held up so badly behind him. This is helping. Oh, and Forever Sin is back in front of Ivan, by the way. I completely missed that.
No honour among these two Dutchmen, it seems, especially from
Neek is into the pits. He's going to speed, isn't he? I knew it.
Yeah.
And Ivan is in the DRS. We've got Sander behind him as well. Whoa, Ivan with an aggressive move to the right there. They're trying to overtake forever soon. Is he going to get an inside?
Sanders literally had to push Ivan through turn 1.
Thing which Sanders got 12% damage on the front right end plate.
Front right, he might have just gone that.
No, he got it for a while. He had it when he spun. I mean, 12%
no, he
is
had
not.
no damage when he spun.
Oh, he had it for a while though. I remember it. But I mean, to be fair.
Oh, look at this! Look at this run on Ivan. He's gonna go for.
Oh, and he's nearly lost it there.
And he saved that. Jeez, that was a brilliant save. They've got about a second gap to Clint, who's still got a pit though. So in reality, they've got about a 3-second gap. So these two are really fighting for P1, P2, and P3 in the sprint race. As I disable my telemetry for some reason.
Yep, you have. He's got 38% damage on his front left end plate. He's got 6% on the right. And that is very much hurting him at the moment. You can see the understeer as he comes through the Audi S. It's very big understeer. Very big understeer, or a lot of, I don't know. Anyway, he's got a lot of understeer. So he's probably going to change his front wing when he eventually pits, probably about lap 13, I'd say.
The big issue CJ's gonna realize, because he's gonna have to put on another set of mediums soon, and those mediums will be his sprint race tyres.
Well, CJ's pretty much got to go as long as possible because he's not going to get any points.
So if he can go as long as possible now, slap on a set of softs. Perhaps those at the very start of the race. Oh no, he used mediums. Ah, this could be.
He can just use the softs. Just use the softs he used in qualifying, you know.
He could. I don't know if they're returned or not. If he can fit another set of softs, he'll be 100%. But as of right now, he's not doing extremely well.
Well, I mean, he was unlucky. He got caught up in that incident as
yeah, he was very unlucky.
P9 and I mean, spin and win is just over a second away. That's not even a spin and win. Why is this game annoying? Right, spin and win over a second behind Iron Apple, who's having a very strong race so far. It has to be said. Spin and win there, gets a 3-second time penalty, runs wide on the curb there.
That's not going to help.
Track. That's going to give Iron Apple 3 extra seconds in defense. As Preston sets a 120.8, which is actually isn't that faster than some qualifying laps?
Yeah, it's faster than a lot of people's qualifying, but he's trying to break the previous lap record in the race now, which is very cheeky, I might add. But Ivan and Scott. Scott moved twice, which is cheeky but not completely legal. Sander. Ivan's gonna go to the inside. Has to go on the curb. Scott's not really leaving him any space, just enough to move around the track. Sander now on the back of Ivan. Sander's going deep into every corner because he just keeps out-braking himself. It's something very much that I would do. But Ivan now, much better traction. Is he going to go move around the outside here? That would be very ballsy. And he's not going to do it because Scott is like a sitting duck at this stage. And it's Zandvoort, so it's very... Scott outbrakes himself completely.
And Ivan is up into P6.
Parks the bus on the apex now, which is perfectly fine, but also a bit cheeky. A lot cheeky racing today. You've got to be careful with that inside curb, Scott. You're going to get too much tire on it and you're going to spin. And then you'll very much likely not be in the fight for reverse grip pole. But Sander now is on the back of both of these, once again going deep. Ivan and Scott have terrible exits. Both sliding all over the place, which is weird considering they're on 2-3 lap old medium tyres. They're really the only fights I can think of. The rest of the grid, these gaps, 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. 8 seconds.
Ferguson is going to think about him. Then they said no, he's not. He's just too far back. Cannot come in. I mean, to be fair, these three are the only ones that are providing us with any form of racing at the moment. At
this stage, Sander is more likely to overtake Scott than Scott is to overtake Ivan.
Probably.
So Scott might want to chill on the on the attack for a bit and go to defense.
Attack is the best form of defense. Attack is the best form of defense, is what they say.
Offense is the best form of defense.
Yes, no, attack is the best form of defense. That's not. Be childish.
Offense.
No, don't say offense. Attack is the best form of defense.
Offense is the best form of defense.
Attack is the best form of defense.
Whoa, Scott almost looked like he was trying to take out Ivan there. Of course he was not, but it was just a very interesting way to get around that corner. Sanders kind of just watching this, hoping that something will happen to these two and they'll crash each other out, which can happen. I mean, anything can happen in Torpedo League. Can I point out that Preston...
Oh, Ivan spawn! Ivan spawn and Scott's collect... Oh, Scott. Oh.
And Niall up to P7.
Whoa!
Sanders gets P7.
Rossi just about avoids Ivan there. Oh my word.
Ivan from 0 to 0 pretty quickly.
Very, very quickly. That is very, very close. And that is promoted Ducky up to P7. 2-3 positions there for Ducky.
Oh, what does Sanders just done? Sanders just gone into the... Sanders just gone into Narnia there.
I mean, Ivan, that was very, very unfortunate. He got caught on the curb and just lost it on the exit.
Niall could possibly go from P9 to P6 here in the space of 2 sectors.
That's
3 sectors maybe at that.
The CJ is into the pits, finally. He's probably going to put
What
on
tyre is he going to put on?
He should put on another set of softs.
Please don't be mediums,
Yeah,
it's
gonna be
softs, good to know.
He's got and brain.
Smart planning there. Very quiet races from the likes of Trent, who's literally got no one in front of him, no one behind him in the Kiwi car. Same for Nee, Guy, everyone at the back are miles apart, so let's focus once again. Now, with Ivan spinning, we've lost our good source for racing, but what we can say is, spin win is on the back. Who's that? I think it was either
it's a Trigger.
It was Trigger. It was Clint. Who spun, and
He's got away
spun again.
And he's now lost.
There we go.
Oh, and Preston's run into him. Preston ran into him. What? Oh, Clint Trigger, that was very, very bad region. And Preston has 25% wing damage on his front left.
He's still going to win by miles, it's fine. But, I mean, what Clint did was not fine. So that'll be an investigation after the race.
Yeah.
Did you get the onboard of Preston or Clint?
Well, I got it from Clint. Well, I think I got it from Clint because I was looking back, and then I saw Preston run into the back of him.
If you look back, then maybe we can use that. But yeah, that was not a very nice rejoin. And it's funny because he looked very cautious. He let everyone through, and I don't think he saw Preston coming. But yeah, I mean, Preston lost like a second at most through that whole thing, which is not ridiculous, but it's not. I mean, everyone has. There is no one within 1.2 seconds now. Closest gap. This is the first. I hate to admit it, but this is the first Torpedo F2 race this season when pretty much nothing has happened.
Yeah.
We haven't had a safety. We haven't had a virtual safety car. We had someone winning by miles. P2 is ahead by miles.
Set to free the flag.
Pit lane.
Yeah, I mean that. I mean, it was a tough corner, but I don't know. It's still dangerous regardless. I think.
Yeah, if you had full track map on, there's no excuse. But we'll look at everything. Max is set to take P4 here because Matthew's got 3 seconds. So. I don't know, in this case, would I want P4 on the grid instead of P5, or would I want 12 points instead of 10? Probably the 12 points, because they're certain, for certain.
You need to secure your points immediately.
And Max is championship leader, I believe.
Well, he's not going to be championship leader in about 2 laps.
Is he 10, 15, 17 point difference?
Oh, he'll be championship leader.
I'll quickly check what the gaps were in the championship so we can just get a rough idea. The gap from Max to Preston was 4 points, so Preston will be championship leader by a lot. Which means that for the first time since...
Forever Sin with a 3-second time penalty, which is...
Is it the first time since Season 1 where we'll have 2 driver standings changes in the first 3 rounds?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Because it went from Preston to Max to Preston. I think it went from Damas to Jackson in Season 2, and then it stayed with Jackson. And I think it went from Scott to the Charouz driver, and it stayed like that for the entire season. So I'm not very sure if that's ever happened before.
Indeed.
Also, Preston has lost a lot of time for Preston in this. Can I just say, I just looked it up. last season's feature race was won by 19 seconds. So we're
Who won the
complaining.
feature race?
The Charouge driver.
Which Charouge driver?
Not Sander, the other one.
The other
Anywho,
one, yes. Was that Charouge driver also the Season 3 Driver Champion?
He could have been.
Ah, right, okay. Anyway, swiftly moving on.
That race was won from 19 seconds from Max, so this is nothing compared to the
Oh wait,
boredom.
Nick is just
last
under second behind. Speed.
He's got a penalty. He's got a penalty, unfortunately.
Nick, why? Right.
To be fair, it would have been P11 and not points, but yeah, I guess I can see it. Max is caught up to Matthew's start, spin and win quite heavily. Spirit, everyone's kind of.
Oh, and Nick's trying at the back of is Speedy Matthew or Trent? I'm confused. Is that Trent?
Speedy, I was looking at spin and win. Speedy is Trent.
Alright, and
Nico's will move down the outside.
Inside.
You
mean down the inside?
What did I say?
He said outside.
What did I say? Oh,
it's clear that the budget has not been spent on good commentary.
The salaries we deserve is not enough to get me through English school, so I apologize. I can speak fluent anything else if you want. We can have two channels, one with some weird form of Dutch commentary and the other one with English commentary.
We could do that.
There's probably there's a huge market for it somewhere. I'm sure if we can get Jano in. What are you doing?
You can commentate in Dutch, probably.
Me and Jano just going crazy over the Dutch drivers.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, Max will finish as the highest placed Dutch driver, not on the podium. That's gonna sting.
And Preston has come through the penultimate corner. I mean, he's had a dominant drive, even with the front wing damage. He's gonna win by literally 7.5 seconds. Nearly laps bunnies as well.
Which isn't even his biggest win of the season.
And Preston takes the victory, cross the line,
Tim,
takes
P1. You're the only reason that Charouge driver gets to keep his Zandvoort record of winning by 19 seconds.
And
I'm sure wherever he is, very proud of you.
Iron Apple with a very unexpected
podium.
Very good for Iron Apple.
The first team to get a podium in every single season. Ladies and gentlemen,
Max
Trident.
Mulder gets P4.
Well,
And Spinnowin gets P5. Spirit is going to get P6. Ducky is going to get P7. And Scott... Forever Sin, sprint race pole, Rossi and P9. Ivan is going to cross the line in P10. Neek is going to cross the line in P11, but will lose it to Trent. I don't know the name. Speedy has got a really bouncy car. Very bouncy car.
Anyway, a very laggy car.
Yeah, and Gashap is going to finish in P14, Dog is going to get P13, and CJ is going to get P15, Jerfy's going to get P16, and Bunnies, who nearly got lap spun at the start, is going to get P17, last of the remaining finishers, and Trig obviously retired in the pit lane. So that was... the race was interesting in the beginning, but then it kind of just died afterwards.
The best part for me was the battle between Sander, Scott and Ivan. But that being said, Sander will finish P8 after his 10-second resetting to track penalty, so driver of the day, TM Ducky.
That's
not a bad shout, actually.
That's fair enough.
Not bad. I mean... Yeah. I don't know. Zandvoort last season was a good race on strategy, and it was good racing. This one, I think everyone's kind of just hoping to finish the race. I really hope this is not what Monaco is going to be like. I don't expect the racing to be 1,000% there, but I really want to see everyone going flat out. But anyway, it's another Dams victory, which means that if Preston gets the double here, he'll be the first driver to do 2 doubles, I think.
And he said a fast lap as well. So that's 20. He's got 31 points already. Out of 31
points. That depresses me. If he gets fastest lap and takes the race win the next race, then I'm going to just say, then I lost my record for the most points in a weekend at Zandvoort, which will make me sad, but we'll move on. from that, and I will never discuss my own achievements ever again.
Mm.
Unlike a certain son of Jack did every single time he commentated on F2.
Anyway,
Just make sure you get the results on stream. Like, go through the order real quick. Like, just go through the screen so I have everything.
Yes, that's the order. Yes, I've done it. I scrolled up and down for you to get
thank goodness.
the appropriate.
Because I was doing the results, and I just think I had to like work it out myself from the interval gaps at the like finish screen when some people
You
are
can
still
see
racing.
on TAS anyway. You can see the result on TAS anyway.
Not race 1. There's no
I can
option
see
for
both
me.
races.
It just keeps on giving me race 2, and I've literally been everywhere.
You clearly haven't.
Here's race 1 from Bahrain, for example, and that's it.
Are you really? Hold on. Let me look at the results of Bahrain. Hold on. Right. Because we have nothing better to talk about, and then everyone can see the grid on the screen. Right. Okay.
We'll run through the grid on the formation.
Yeah, we will just do that after. Yeah. Okay. Right. It's Bahrain. It's supposed to be dashboard, I believe. Is it going dashboard for that? In my room, so my internet doesn't load as well on my iPad. Right, I have. Okay, let's see. Hold on, wait. Where is
Oh, Matthew's on the soft, so he's out.
Oh, you.
He's the only one that's made that fateful error, though. Okay, so Forever Sin, Scotty Boy on pole position in P2, Niall the Gun, P3, Sander the small boy from Dutchland. Can he get a home win? The second win. He challenged for the win last week in Baku, but he didn't get it. Matthew's got a pit, so we're just ignoring him. Max, the other Dutchman in P5, P6, Iron Apple in the other Trident. Trident doing strong right now. Timbad in the Charouz P7. Preston is in P8, he'll probably win again. Rossi P9, Ivan P10, Speedy Carrots P11, Neek P12, Dolga P13, CJ P14, Guy P15, Chofi P16, Bunnies P17, and rounding off the grid is Yuki Tsunoda.
Yes, who is the Daniel Kvyat replacement for 2020. Anyway,
This just in, Kyle Albert fired as commentator. Reason? Insubordination.
Anyway, it's good to know that we have a good working relationship, clearly.
I will be writing to the unions though. Anyway, for those of you who have not signed up to the union yet, it's torpedoleagueunion@gmail.com/suckmy. Anyway, as we're glowing up to the
I'm going to talk again and say, so we're looking for a new presenter now. Please write in that Kayo Albert was a massive idiot.
If you think you can do Kyle's job, our PO box is 42069. Just write on the letter, Kyle Albert sucks so much, and I think I can suck more.
Yes, anyway. Moving on.
5 red lights, not for us though.
Oh yeah, you get to do it this time. Yes, you get to.
And no one yet, no 5 red lights, no 5 red lights. Okay, there we go, someone is enabling the throttle a tiny bit. And we're lights out and away we go. It's a good start for Scott and Sander. Storm
on the grass.
There's a big crash.
There's a very big crash. Very big crash. Massive crash.
Everyone
That's spin
involved.
and win. That is spin and win. And that
spin and
is...
win.
Oh,
everyone.
Oh my goodness.
There's another one.
Crash.
There's another one. There's another one there.
Safety cars out. Safety cars out.
Yes, finally some action. Thank you, lads.
Safety car is out.
I will raise your salaries.
Yes, alright.
This is not race fixing, I'm just saying. Don't report us.
It's just like a bonus, an added bonus for your genius. As
for being,
if we look at the
people.
damage, Iron Apple 12% front left, Timber 90% front right, Rossi 6%, front right wing, speedy, 25% on the left. I believe that is Ivan. There's 25% on the right. And the Damned with Spin and Win has 100% damage on his front right end plate, which means that he's got no front right end plate to speak of at all. But yeah, that was a mental start. Very much crazy.
That was...
But yeah, Jerf,
You know...
yeah, that is Jerf. Jerfy, big winner, making up 7 positions. Neek making up 4 positions as well.
Very well done to Neek.
2 positions, and Frederiksen has maintained his lead.
Sander could have gone the race lead, I think, had that safety car not. He was so much quicker than Scott at the start of the race. A lot quicker. But now the safety car, I'm not too sure.
As the drivers are filing through one by one. So we're going to see some driving into the pits for sure. That is Ivan into the pits. Dolga and Spindwin are into the pits.
My dear Kyle, would you... Oh no, it's been... no. Would you be so kind to check the management group, please?
Yeah, sure. Just give me 1 second. That would be him. Nice, him. Sorry, I do apologize. As we do apologize for this, the silence. We're just currently fire. We're just watching the cars fire behind, just drive behind the safety car. There's not really much to talk about, but I mean, Frederiksen maintained his lead. I don't know what happened there. It did look like someone was onto the grass, kind of lost all control of the car, and yeah, just caused a chain.
Taken responsibility for the crash.
Who?
In the chat. Spinner win.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah. I mean, not much. It's a safety car, so can't really do anything. I will be back in a moment.
Yes, you'll be back in a moment as I am. As we're gonna go on board with, we're just gonna go on board with Ducky, to be honest. After the lovely camera view from the helicopter shot, I believe. Very, very nice, I must say. Really brings out the best in the track, and going through turn 1, and yeah, I think we're gonna go on board with Frederiksen. And if you can see very closely on the exit of turn 1, you can find Jarno's house. Since he, and that is an inside joke, since he pretty much lives about 10 minutes from Zandvoort, maybe even less than that. In a very small town that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of the town he lives in, or the city, but he lives very close to Zandvoort, and he occasionally cycles there. Yeah. But we may as well talk about the track. It is a very nice track. Obviously news to the F1 game. Unfortunately, we never got to visit it in real life because of the global pandemic, and hopefully everyone watching is doing well. And if you need to talk, then our DMs are open. Or just a DM away on Instagram and whatever. But yeah, it's a very, very nice track.
Tim's got a lot of front wing damage. What happened there?
70%. I don't know what's gone on there. I missed that. I was too busy talking about the fact that Jarno lives at 10 minutes away from this track.
Jarno, of course, being wide Jarno.
Oh, what the hell was Tim running to the back of Preston there? And he's got even more wing damage, and he's got a 5-second penalty for his troubles, and he's gonna have to pit for a new front wing. Maybe bolt on a set of soft tyres as well, potentially. Who knows?
It would be strange to me if Preston hasn't been going a bit... just when he didn't need it. Tim, poor Tim. Yeah, his race is over.
And Harry has just messaged the chat, and I'm just going to call him a fraud, just plain and simple. Spinner has left the session. Anyway, this video's coming in, and Frederiksen is going to be able to control the pack, and I think he's going. No, he's not going. He's not going. I mean, preferably going to have to wait until the safety car first that he comes in, and he's gone.
Oh,
he
Tim's
has bolted, and Tim is going into the pits. And Ducky, Sander, and
Ducky's going for a move. Oh no, that's 5 wide.
Crash. Oh
5 wide,
my
3
word,
wide.
3 wide.
That was
And
very
that is
naughty
a
from Niall there.
spin.
Preston already up at the P4.
Many crashes. Many huge crashes. Many crashes. Many goodness spinning everywhere.
Did you get that on
The
stream?
I got everything on stream. The Premers are P15 and P16. That is not how it was supposed to go. And Preston is already up into P3. Why? Why, Preston? Why? You're ruining it all. That was huge. And CJ is up into P10. Is he going to make a move on Trigger into this right hand? Whoa, Trigger. There's barely any room there.
He has 5 seconds for ignoring your flag. He'll probably get those removed.
But that was
Sander now needs to bugger up into the distance. I'm surprised no safety car again.
Right,
Nick is P5. What
in the world?
What? Who gave him the right to be P5? I would like to know, because I want to write a very, very complimentary letter. Also, Jarno, if you're listening, it's a Dutch 1-2 right now, and 3 in the top 5. Please don't transfer into a Backstreet Boy. If that, I need those letters to come in. And Preston's going to make the easiest overtake of his life. This is just...
Go on, Max, make it difficult. Max, make it difficult for him. I know he's not going to make it difficult.
And he's just made it very easy for him. No fight at
and
all
Ducky
from Max
spun. Ducky spun. He's going to rejoin very... No! Jesus! Sorry.
And he hasn't taken out everyone, I hope.
Sorry.
Oh, Geishabtau. Geishabt's tied in the pit.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. There's a yellow flag in sector 3.
This action
this is, and the frame is a double stacking. Wait, does this mean Speedy's going to be...
Scott's retired.
Wait, Speedy's going to... Speedy just about gets out before Scott comes in. That would have been a disaster. That was...
no.
You need to add me back to the F2 chat, because I want to see the anger.
Probably a lot of it, but right now I'm focusing. Sander, if you can hear me, please fight your living heart out for this win. If you do win, I will
double points.
Go and visit you. Double points, and I will go and visit you, which is like a visit from the Messiah in F2. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, Sander, do everything you can to keep Preston behind you. I will look away if you do want to employ...
that's Rossi, and he's messed up somehow. Oh my goodness. Oh, Preston moved down the inside.
Sander, you got caught napping there, and Preston's into the lead, and this is over already. Pack up, lads, we'll come back next week.
I just gotta say that Jervy triggered me of 10 positions off the start.
Oh my god.
Oh, but the Siege is made of 7 positions and he's up into points. The replacement high-tech driver doing better than the former high-tech driver, clearly. That is... Well done. Well, good on you, CJ. Good on you. But, nevertheless, Iron Apple's got 38% damage on his front left end plate, I believe. Is this thing updating or not? Hold on a minute. Let me just check this very, very quickly. My goodness, that was a mental start, honestly. Because Iron Apple's got a lot of tyre wear, actually, compared to the rest of the people around him. As Preston's already got a 1 second gap already, so that P1 is now gone. But we're going to focus on the battle. Nick is up into P4, ladies and gentlemen. That is scary to think about, to be honest. Wait, is really going to get DRS? He's got DRS, yes. This is good. The speed advantage.
That's not going to help him at all.
It doesn't matter. He's under a second now. We just won't remove Preston's 5-second penalty. That's irrelevant. We don't need to remove that. Iron Apple's slowing down. Iron Apple slowed down a lot. I don't know what happened there. Jervy's up into P5 now. Really strange from Iron Apple there.
So it's a Dutchman 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
If they could have won this race, Sander, then Jarno would have been at the side of the track cheering.
Oh, the yellow flag. Oh, that's Trigger. He's messed up the point scoring position. No, Trigger. No, how can you do this to us? And that promotes Ivan up into... Go on the track, Trigger. Go on the track.
No, baby girl. Come on.
Go on the track. Go on the track. Alright, anyway. Sorry.
Okay,
oh, wait, I just realised. He's in P11 and there's literally barely anyone behind him.
Yeah, so
and he's got 100% wing down. Oh my goodness, He's nearly crashing. All right. I
And the
love
gap at the
Trigger as
front
well.
is
Very good.
1.6 seconds. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. This race
Yeah,
was
so just
fun.
gonna pack up now and go home.
Half of the camera guys already gone down to the
Yeah.
pub, smoke some weed. We're in the right place for it anyway.
Exactly.
I'm sure
Oh,
Yana
and
will...
Trigger's gone into the wall and he's hit the wall. What the hell is that?
For those of you interested, two things. One, Iron Apple is currently battling with Jofi for P5. That should be interesting. Second, Yana...
I don't even know what you just said because of lag.
Yeah, I know. I just waited for it to stop lagging. Yano's hosting the after party at his house. Free weed.
Yes, at the exit of turn 1. Because he literally lives a stone's throw away from the circuit.
It's literally just over the little hill you see at the start of turn 1.
Yeah, you won't miss it.
Everyone is
You literally
invited.
will not miss it at all.
Everyone except Neek is invited. Me and Neek have private business, which may or may not include some more weed. I mean, we're in the right place for it.
Trigger's retired from the session, and that is a no point weekend for Trigger himself.
So,
unfortunately,
from an excellent start to a processional race, Zamvo really has it all.
Yeah.
When are we racing next week? Next week is Britain, the start of the first doubleheader at the same track.
Yes,
After that we go to Britain Shore. Totally our idea, did not steal it from anywhere else, FTRS. Anyway...
No,
I mean,
FTRS announced their calendar after we did, so therefore we have to claim that idea. They even liked our calendar post. They even liked the calendar post that we uploaded.
Yeah, FTRS, stop stealing from us, this is frustrating.
Anyway. For instance, it's another fast lap, so he's going to get 40 whatever points it is. Oh.
This is so fun for me. Anyway, shouldn't be so mean to Preston, he's just driving incredibly well.
Well, he's doing what, he's doing what he needs to do, and he's just driving.
Yeah, we're seeing your talents, Preston, but we as commentators want exciting races, and you're kind of screwing us over. Anywho, we won't talk about that.
Digress.
Can I just say, my man Neek can actually maybe get a podium.
That's a bit of a reach there, I must say, considering he's nearly 5 seconds behind Max.
Kyle, why must you ruin my dreams? Kyle, stop ruining my dreams. For those of you who are curious, the applications to replace Kyle are still very much open. We would like as many as we could so that we can get the worst possible candidate to replace him, so we can remind him how useless he is.
Thank you.
Anyway, I digress. It's a good race for Campos, currently P3 and P5. Ophie in the points, that must feel very weird for me. It's like a Williams in Q3, it just doesn't belong, does it? Oh, big snap of oversteer there for Neek, who's now got Jofi up his buttocks. Good save. But this is going to become a three-way battle for the last pre-podium spots.
Yes, as Tim
Jofi...
is now ahead of as Rossi's just gone onto the grass and has just forgotten that asphalt exists in life.
Very sassy today, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. This bunny's going to overtake him round the outside.
Oh my goodness, just looking on the mini-map, that looked like an impressive move.
It wasn't an impressive move. Look at the gravel on Rossi's tyres that are now gone.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, Jofi's
go back to Jofi, Ironapple, and Neek, all separated by 1.5 seconds. Neek, if you can hear me, if you finish P4, I will buy you some weed, and not that cheap stuff that Yana uses. It's a Dutch Grand Prix. We have to make as many digs towards Yana as we possibly can.
Wait, because the rest of the Dutch drivers are rubbish. I mean, anyway, yes, yes. Yes, we have to make
Miguel. Oh, I think I was going to suck my throat there for a moment. We didn't forget about Bo, but I didn't.
Bo no controller is.
Bo's kind of like.
Is that Bunnies? It is Bunnies.
Bunnies is spun.
That joke.
Those of you interested, tomorrow will be the debut of Bo on controller in Torpedo League F1.
Well, he raced in Bahrain, but we'll see him on controller in the race, innit?
So yeah, Nico's very deep there. Jofi within 4 tenths. Victor Gabriel not too far behind him. what Nick will probably do if Jofi passes him, since they're very good mates, he'll probably, if Jofi passes him, he'll probably hold up Iron Apple as much as humanly possible to try and create a buffer for Jofi to take P4. Because Jofi got a penalty, 5 seconds, which will be removed, obviously. So wait,
Maybe.
actually, well,
Probably.
ignoring yellow flags
Yeah.
during that big crash, unless he caused it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, Rossi's about to be lapped by Neek. I did never think in my entire life this season I would be saying Neek is going to lap anyone.
Yeah, that's a
That
scary
hurts
thing.
my brain.
Scary thing.
That really does. Once again, we poke fun at Neek, but he's an exceptional driver. SRL, I think, Season 3 champion? Could be Season 3? Anyway, he's a champion there, that's all I know. There's even a photo of him with the trophy, and he looks gorgeous, might I add. Jeez. That's like 2018, if I can remember correctly. But I'm sure he hasn't lost any talent in the 5 years since then. But Jovi's on the back, he's got DRS. Oh, Neek's gone to Narnia and back. That was very wide. Neek maybe needs to put a bit more brake saturation.
Probably.
Because his brakes really do not seem to be doing him justice right now.
I mean, he's
Maybe
lucky
he
now.
just needs to. Maybe he just needs to do that. Oh, bit of a snap oversteer. Maybe he just needs to do that, and he'll be dominating every race by 25 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing is impossible, really. Jofi, of course, very strong around here. Fought for the win last season. Lost, of course, because
To who?
Dutch drivers don't win here. But wait, it's a Dutch 2, 3, 4, 5 still. If
Yeah, it is.
only. Wait, are those only Dutch drivers on the grid? Why do I feel like I'm missing someone? Strange. I thought there was more. Okay. Anyway, all our Dutch drivers in the top 5. If Preston, I don't know how you say it in English, like, don't let that happen. If he does crash out now, imagine the scenes if it's a Dutch 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, Jovi doesn't got a
Preston-
good run out the final corner, so it's
Preston, my boy, I'm not saying you need to crash out, and I'm not encouraging it.
Is kind of messed
But
up, isn't it?
I'm sure someone will give you a lot of free weed if you do.
Oh, and Jovi's got past Neek. It's up into P4.
Campos 3-4 right now.
Strong race from the
Good
Campos
job
team.
from them.
A very strong
Very
race.
much. Charoux don't seem
Preston
capable
with a 3-second time penalty, and he's still going to finish first. They don't even.
by
They
8,
don't
9
even say
tenths.
ooh. They don't
9.
even say ooh like it's going to affect anything because it's
Thomas says Preston is quote unquote hacking because he clips every curbs and doesn't even twitch. Thomas, that's called talent.
skill.
We'll teach you afterwards
Excellence.
what that is.
Yes. That's...
I know you struggle with it. Bahrain lost. Bahrain 2 weeks ago lost the win due to lack of. Anyway, we'll leave. Can I just say this will be the
Preston's coming around
fourth.
the final corner.
Yes.
And basically, what he's done
Cool.
is he's taken maximum points as he crosses the
taken
finish
every
line,
single point.
and he wins.
Every single point.
In
Sander will be the 4th time a Charoux car finishes P2 this season. 4 out of 6 races
Yeah.
they finished second,
Hello, Mando.
but they
Yes, Mando is
haven't
diligent.
won a race.
They have not won a race. Preston exists. Max gets P3. Jovi gets. Well, I mean, we'll remove his penalty.
P15 when he eventually stops falling down the order.
How many penalties did this man get?
Let's see. Let's finish this race. Jovi had 10 seconds.
Right,
That's
now,
not too
I'm going to go on board with Speedy Carrots, whose tyres are nearly at 90%, his front left in particular. You can see the struggle is real. Yep, 90% front left. That's brilliant.
Oh my goodness. Tim gonna limp across the line in last of the last of the people that are gonna finish, but 12. Oh, and he's hit the wall. He's wall riding.
Ooh,
Yano has left, he's off to go buy the celebratory weed.
yeah. Oh,
I mean, Tim-
Yes.
Tim, wait, just think about it. I think Tim has gone both his speech and
Nice lag. Anyway, I don't know. I was trying to say something about Tim. I don't know what you were trying to say,
Yeah.
but he said something
I'll
about Tim.
ignore that. I should stop pointing my remote away from the PlayStation.
I agree, but that is another win for Preston. That's 4 out of 6, and he's done the double twice in 3 races. So he's very much a championship favourite, and he probably will.
That's if he isn't arrested on charges of hacking, according to Thomas.
We will look into that.
If he does, if he is a hacker, yeah, I don't know. I'll probably shoot him up against a wall or something like that. But that's a big if. Anywho, so interesting sprint race. Died down again in the last part, but the first few laps were very eventful. So yeah, Kyle, I forgot to mention this. For the first ever time, our prediction for who was going to win the race was correct.
Yes,
who would have seen that coming?
We are useful after all.
Yes.
I'm gonna scroll through the race results now to help you.
That is greatly appreciated, compadre. Joking P8 after being P5 most of the race.
Here's the result of the sprint race. It's for you, and here's the results for the weekend. Max takes 22 points. Preston with the full 48. Absolutely dominant drive. And 13 drivers end up scoring points. CJ gets 4. So it's it's a decent.
He gets more than Ivan.
And he got more than he's pretty much matched the previous high-tech driver.
He's already matched the previous high-tech driver. So, well done to CJ. You're better than whoever the previous high-tech driver was.
Yes.
Our records doesn't name him by name. By the way, if you look just over that little hill at turn 1, Yana lives there.
Yes,
so
that's where he lives, yes.
That's where you go for the after party. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching another, I want to say exciting, we'll go with memorable Zandvoort race. Second time being here, and the second time one person wins both races by too much seconds. Anything you'd like to say, Kyle?
It was fun commentating with you again, although the quality clearly went out the window, I guess. But yeah, I just want to congratulate Preston for winning everything. Yeah. That's all, really.
So remember to check in tomorrow night, same time for Torpedo F1, the main event of the weekend, and then once again Sunday regional will be taking on the Netherlands for their round 3. The championship leader there is also unknown. The championship leader in F1, I believe, is Jackson. Is Jackson.
For what?
So
with what?
F1 championships leader, who's
Fairs, I believe.
The Fairs.
Yes.
No, it can't be. Jackson got P2 in both races. No, it could be Fairs by like 1 point then.
It is Fairs by 1 point.
Ah, my math is incredible. Anyway, Fairs championship leader then. So yeah, goodbye everybody. Hope you enjoyed that.
And yeah, tune in tomorrow where Voto will be racing as well. Yes, and so it goes. We'll be racing for AlphaTauri. But yeah, tune in, and we will see you guys next week, hopefully, for the first of the 2 races at Silverstone. So goodbye, everyone.